Esperanza TV presents Taste and See. The story for today: faith that opens new paths.
My name's Norma Flores. I am originally from El Salvador, and I currently live in the beautiful city of Nampa, Idaho. Here, through my husband, I learned about the Adventist Church in 2011. I wanted to be baptized, and I started my Bible studies. When I arrived from my country, I came to California, and that's where I met my husband. He took me to the Adventist Church. And when I got to the Adventist Church and I saw all the young people working, singing, working for God, Sabbath school, I just watched and I said, I want to participate like that. I want to do that. And I asked him, how can I be a part of this church? And that was when, well, on his own, God called me. My life was a struggle. One day, exhausted, I prayed asking God for help to have a job where I could keep the Sabbath. I was a supermarket cashier. I start working at that supermarket and, well, in a supermarket, what day do they give you off? Well, any day except the weekends, because in a supermarket, the weekend is when it's the busiest. I was praying and I told God, if you want me to keep coming to this church, I want my boss to give me the Sabbath off. When I spoke with my boss, at that time I told him that I used the Sabbath for my God and that I wanted to have the opportunity to go to church on the Sabbath. And he tells me, look, I have considered what you asked for and I'm not going to give you Saturday. I'm going to give you Saturday and Sunday. And well, I was amazed at how God really does answer our prayers. I started being faithful with my tithes. I earned $200 a week, and in my envelope, I put $20. I remember putting $20 a week in my envelope, in my tithe, and I would say, how little I'm giving. I always said, how little I'm giving, which was just $20. It felt like very little. I felt like my tithe was very little. Later, the supermarket went bankrupt and I was left without a job. For a whole day, I prayed to God, crying, asking for a new job. I opened my Bible and found Revelation 3:8. I remember that once I spent a day praying and telling God, asking Him for His promises. And I opened the Bible and I started to see a verse where God said that God sees one's weakness, that one isn't strong, but that even so, one keeps the law. And so I kept thinking about that, and suddenly, a few minutes passed. I went to open the newspaper, and I saw this little box where an ad where they were saying that they were hiring a person for collections, accounts receivables. So I took the information and I called. And when I went to the interview, I had already thought about it quite a bit. I had prayed, and every single day I submitted myself to God. And I remember going to the interview, the owner of a fabric shop was interviewing me, and I was very firm in my heart that if it was truly from God, then God would surely open that door for me. And I told the fabric owner, I told the owner of the place, look, I can definitely do all the work that you need done here. I am very confident that I can handle it. And I told him, and I want to earn $10 an hour. So I was being demanding, but only later did I realize that I was being demanding, and I couldn't just show up like that. Then he just looked at me. I remember he just looked at me and said, you know what? I'm going to pay you $13 an hour and you're hired. And he shook my hand, and I was like, and in that job, it was just working Monday through Friday. And I was truly and incredibly joyful that once again, God had perfectly orchestrated that moment in my life. God was directing my life. I could see it. I started earning $1,000 a week, and now my tithing envelope became $100. But my heart still had a longing to have my own business. And my prayer was, I don't want to reach 30 without having a business. And I asked God, that request never left me. And then God graciously allowed me at 30 years old to start my own business. And my primary business was selling various fabrics back then. Now it has grown into a business that makes beautiful dresses too, and also creates entirely new fabrics from scratch. And I truly think God took me through the long university of life to finally get to where I am today. I could see that God opens the windows of heaven when we are faithful. I feel like God is with me every step of the way. I think God doesn't need the tithe, to be honest. Sometimes we say, oh, it's just that it's hard for us to give it. God doesn't need it. But we need to tell God, look, I recognize you. You are giving me this. It's just 10% to affirm, to confirm that I am praising a God that I believe is alive and remains forever. God has allowed me to prove that His promise is real. Taste and see.
Now let us prepare to be faithful to God with our tithe and offerings.